Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Relatable. On this week's episode, we're going to talk about getting yourself out of a funk. And honestly, I feel like there's no one better to share this message with you other than me because I've been going through it lately. If you haven't seen the last episode that I put out last week, I shared a little bit about what I was going through. But let me tell you, honey, some things have added up since then. So today I want to share with you what has helped me get out of the really intense funk that I was in, and just talking about the duality of both. I am someone that is always going to encourage people to feel their emotions. Life is not a linear thing. It's not perfect all the time because those challenges are here to shape us. That whole message is in last week's video. But today I want to talk about what happens after that. And the reason it's important to talk about this, I was on the phone with my cousin Lizzie, and she asked me, she was like, okay, what do you do after you feel the feelings? And something that I'm personally living through and embodying in my life now is giving myself the permission to feel what I need to feel and not rushing myself out of it. I think as a society, we've been taught that we have to be perfect all the time and we have to be okay all the time. And if by any chance, there's a difficult situation or maybe you do feel down, then you're only allowed like a day or two to cry about it and then you have to be better. And I feel like in some occasions that might be the case. Maybe you do need just one day to cry about it and you'll be good. But I also feel like if we allow to let ourselves feel what wants to be felt and give ourselves the permission to not rush ourselves out of it, you'll be surprised that you actually get out of it quicker because there's no resistance, there's no pressure. You're allowing what needs to be felt to be seen, to be heard, to speak it out, whether that's through prayer, whether that's to yourself, whatever. And once you acknowledge the totality of it, because when a difficult situation happens in life, it's not just one thing. Like, I'm pretty sure you can agree that whenever something difficult comes up, there are like different facets to it. And when you allow yourself to see all of it and not rush it, not pressure yourself, you actually get out of it much quicker. So now I'm at the part where, okay, I've done the crying, I've done the feeling, all the heaviness. Okay, I see it. I thank you for the presence that you've had or you're having in teaching me. Now what? And this part is crucial because the reality is, yes, you must feel what you need to feel. But what makes or breaks people is if they just dwell in that heaviness without trying to do anything to feel better, So the shadow has a purpose, but there's going to reach a point where you have to start pouring into your cup to get yourself to start feeling better. I know for me, the whole situation with my grandma going into the hospital back to back so frequently truly rocked my world in the sense where I just spiraled. I was living with a lot of fear, just anticipating something horrible happening. And at one point, I had to tell myself, and through prayer, saying I can't keep living this way. So at that moment, not only was I living in so much fear, but then I also had the flu. And I was I can't be at home and in the cold. I need warmth, I need sunlight. And I decided to go to my backyard and to keep reading The Secret. That's the book that I'm currently reading. And funny enough, the chapter was on gratitude. And this is where things started changing. This is how my mood started shifting. I'm someone that I naturally go on gratitude walks. It's something that I do constantly, but I will say, because of this big episode, January and February of hospital in and out, all that stuff, and all the spiraling into the fear and the panic and all this stuff, I hadn't been doing that. I am a very grateful person by nature. And of course, I'll thank God for, but I wasn't being intentional about it. So the fact that chapter found me in such a perfect time, it reminded me that I was focusing so much on the fear of the possibility of something, of death, of whatever, and I wasn't taking advantage of the life that was right in front of me, being in the present moment, being grateful for the opportunity that I have right now, celebrating the life that I have right now, celebrating the family that I have with me right now, celebrating the health that I have right now. And so what I can share with you that helps me truly feel better is expressing gratitude. I feel like when we're intentional and just have a moment to say thank you for all of the things that sometimes we take for granted, or maybe our attention has been on something else for a while, we forget that we are so full of abundance right now and everything we need is covered, and we have the people that we love that surround us. We have the health. We have just so many blessings. And when we focus our attention on the things to be grateful for, it becomes a sigh of relief. Like, oh my God, you know what? Life isn't as heavy as I've been making it to be in my head. So that's truly what has helped me. And another thing that I want to talk about that I'm currently processing is the fact that we don't have the right to tell people how to relate to the divine. So even though I know the I am and I believe in the I am, and that's what feels true to me, which the I am, Christ consciousness, is that I am the divine expression of God. You are the divine expression of God. God is the creator of all things, therefore it is everything and everywhere. I personally haven't allowed myself to pray in the way that feels genuinely the most comfortable for me. So what I'm trying to say is, to me, honestly, it does feel more comfortable, more authentic to pray to God as a conversation. And I feel like lately I would allow myself to pray in that way, but not fully talking to God because of the I am, And I feel like, I'm in this world of coaching. There are coaches that I follow, there are mentors that I follow, and the I am is knowing that God is within you. But to me, and the way that I like to pray, it's as if God were a friend, or, even though I know it's me and you and everything, the way that I truly like to pray is in that way. And because I felt such low lows recently where I was doubting a lot of things, questioning a lot of things, I was like, you know what? I'm going to pray in the way that feels truly the most genuine to me. And I'm going to rid myself of what this person might think, or if it's the right way, or if it's the way that it should be. This is personal to me, and I'm going to do it in a way that comes from my heart. So I know the I am, but I just like to speak God in this certain way. And this goes back to my message where we are nobody to tell each other how you should relate to the divine. That is such a personal thing, and it is so beautiful. And it's not black and white. Everyone has the freedom to explore their spirituality and to curate their experiences and their approaches, and it's just beautiful, So truly for me, being grateful, expressing my gratitude, but also praying in a way that feels expansive in my soul is what has changed my mood, where I'm just feeling so much better. I did my hair and makeup. I'm feeling cutesy and girly. I've been working while being sick, and I'm so grateful for all the financial abundance that has been flowing to me lately, and all the beautiful people that I have been coming across lately. And that's what I'm saying is, like, even though in my lowest lows there was just so much to be grateful for, and I'm like, you know what, today I have a free day. I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to pour into my YouTube channel and take myself out. But truly, 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 what has helped me get out of that major funk is being grateful, focusing on all the things that I have to be grateful for, which brings you to the present, because in the present moment, everything is so much better and more at peace, and there's no chaos. And prayer is a tool, and it works, and it's just the direct way to commune with the divine within you and surrounding you constantly. So I hope that you like this video. It's probably shorter than the other ones, but I just wanted to say hello and just catch you up on what I've been going through recently, which is the getting myself out of the funk phase, which is exciting because I miss my friends, I miss the world, I miss, joy and laughter. And that's why the presence of shadow makes you appreciate the light so much more. So anyways, I hope you have a beautiful week. I hope you enjoyed this video and that something in this message resonates with you. I love you, and I'll see you again in next week's video. Bye, you guys.